Okay, once again we will enter into revision plan, revision schedule, lesson 3 production employment, and 2 days we discussed certain questions like what is development, like what are the questions we discussed earlier, how sectors of economy divided, how the economy divided into sectors, what should be the reason for, what is the reason for the division of sectors, and GDP, and how to estimate GDP, what is financial year, what is final good, what is intermediate good, even table in page number 30. At same time, what is financial year, second one, even shifting of the change in sectors, also a major important answer, how the economy shifted from primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary. Again, just look at these different subsectors in service sector, page number 34, that was also discussed. And today's topic regarding certain areas, very important area, page number 34 onwards. First, page number 34, see that there is a graph 2, share of different sectors in gross domestic production. GDP that was taken from 3 sectors in 73-74 and in 2016, 15 and 16. So which sector is declined, which sector is increased. This is a story that is given. First you see that roughly to 43 years of span, agriculture sector has fallen drastically, you know very well. But what we expected, more increase, that is there, small increase that is there in other two sectors. So once the share of agriculture sector 43%, that was decreased to 19%, 2015-16. Recently it was given as 14 point something. And talking about industry sector, once it is 22, now it is 28. So remaining area comes under service sector, and service sector little bit increase that is there. Even that service sector increase more, tremendous increase can be seen in the service sector. Tremendous declining growth can be seen in declining can be seen in agriculture sector. Once 43%, now it is 19% from agriculture sector. ఈ అనాలిసిస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇది కింద ఉన్న పారాగ్రాఫ్ రాసి సరిపోతుంది, ఏమక్కర్లేదు పెద్ద రఫ్గా. కింద ఉన్న పేరాని 4 పాయింట్స్లో రాసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. Again, coming to the page number 35, table was given that shows about the workers in India, where they are engaged, in which sector that they engaged. There are 3 sectors. Roughly according to 2011, the total population is 121 crores. Out of 121 crores are nothing but 12 millions. 460 millions people are the workers in India. These are all workers engaged. These are all workers are engaging their activities in the different 3 sectors. According to 12 and 13, percentage of workers, how they distributed in 3 sectors. Agriculture sector 43%, and industry sector 24%, and the service sector 27%. Total 100% of the people working. See the table that was given. Majority of workers in agriculture sector are living in rural areas. See, once look at this, rural area 67%. Out of the workers who are working in agriculture sector, who are there in agriculture sector, 67% of workers are in rural area. Just 9% people అంటే అగ్రికల్చర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ మీద ఆధారపడేవాళ్ళు 9% అర్బన్లో ఉన్నారు. ఇండస్ట్రీ సెక్టర్లో అర్బన్లో 31 అండ్ రూరల్లో 16. సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్లో urbanలో 60 అంటే more number of people who are engaged in service sector are living in urban areas. So talking about male and female, agriculture sector female percentage is more, 63%, 60 roughly 63% of the male working in female చూస్తే 63% అగ్రికల్చర్ సెక్టర్, ఇండస్ట్రియల్ 20%, సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్లో 17%. మేల్ చూస్తే 45% అగ్రికల్చర్ సెక్టర్, ఇండస్ట్రీ సెక్టర్ 26 అండ్ సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్ 30. సో రఫ్గా మనం చూస్తే మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫీమేల్ మెంబర్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్ అగ్రికల్చర్ సెక్టర్. సో ఇన్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ జీడిపి ట్రెమెండస్లీ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్. జీడిపి ప్రకారంగా చూసినట్టయితే సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్ చాలా బాగా ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ ఉంది. కానీ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ the whatever that workers shift that we expected, these workers from primary to secondary tertiary, that was not increased. See, more workers, more than half of the workers are still in the agriculture sector, but it gives only 1/6 of the GDP, whereas 3/4 of GDP that we are getting from industrial sector and service sector, but only half of the workers are engaged in industry sector and service sector collectively. It shows whatever that increase that is there in GDP in service sector and industry sector, that is not there in workers employment generation not created, employment generation not there in service sector. Anyhow, different types of services emerged, but whatever we expect, more income from service sector, but less number of jobs, less number of people are working. This scenario is to be changed. This aspect is to be changed. So whatever income we are getting, more than that employment also must be created here, but not created. That is the biggest problem. It means still largest employment providing sector is agriculture sector. Agriculture sector is still dominant sector in providing jobs. You mean that large number of people still working, large number of people are working in agriculture sector, but shift that is not there in GDP, it is there, but in employment not there. అంటే వ్యవసాయ రంగంలో ఎక్కువ మంది ఇంకా ఆధారపడుతున్నారు, కానీ జీడిపిలో అది 1/6 ఇస్తుంది, 1/6 ఇస్తుంది. ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్లో చేంజ్ షిఫ్ట్ సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్ roughly 60%, roughly 57 to 60% income that we are getting from service sector. అదే నెంబర్లో ఎంప్లాయీస్ కూడా వర్క్ చేయాలి, కానీ చేయట్లేదు. ఇది క్వశ్చన్. సో టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ service sector, and then still there is a lot of pressure on agriculture sector. Large number of people are engaged in agriculture sector. Even though you are taking out some of the people from agriculture sector, there will be no impact on production. That problem that is there. So this kind of there are people who are looking like workers in agriculture sector. So agriculture sector still pressure is there, pressure is more on agriculture sector. You mean so agriculture sector dominant sector in providing employment, right? Pressure is more in agriculture sector. Everybody is looking like worker, but they are not workers. they are not fully engaged. Kind of few hours they'll get, few months they'll get, and after that they are idle. Example, you take a family of Gayatri. There are 5 members. Everybody, all of them are working on her land. Gayatri, 2 hectares of land, but actually 2 hectares of land required 2 or 3 members. Remaining 2 members must be there in other sectors, but all of them are working in agriculture sector. So that this kind of this is called complete. They are not fully engaged, right? This is called disguised unemployment. A question, one repeated question: what is disguised unemployment? Disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment. People who are not fully engaged in the agriculture sector, the such problem is called as disguised unemployment. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ మనకి. వాట్ ఈస్ disguised unemployment? So that people who are not fully engaged, skills are more and ready to work more time, but more and more work not available. You mean example, a person who is interested to work around 10 hours daily, he is not getting 10 hours, he is getting just 2-3 hours daily. That's not real employment, right? This is called underemployment. మనకి నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, వాట్ ఈజ్ అండర్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ క్వశ్చన్, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్. అండర్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ నథింగ్ బట్ పీపుల్ who are ready to, skills are there but not fully engaged. People who are not fully engaged in any activity, such people are called as underemployed. మనకి నేషనల్ శాంపిల్ సర్వే నేసెస్ వాళ్ళ డెఫినేషన్ కూడా ఉంది. పర్సన్ హూ ఎంగేజ్డ్ less than 14 hours in a week, generally termed as underemployed. Person who engaged less than 14 hours in a week, ఒక వీక్లో 14 hours కంటే తక్కువ ఉంటే వాడు underemployed. So this is the biggest problem. Example, you take Gayatri family. 2 members are able to go out and work in other sector. Again, some nearby landlord able to give work for 2 members. So the remaining 3 can work in the 2 hectares of land. So 3 members will get enough work in 2 sectors, and another 2 able to get money, so that family's income will be increased. So to increase the family income, what is to be done? The work is to be shared. Everybody should fully employed. Everybody should fully employed. ఆన్సరే నేను చెప్పేది. It's not only agriculture sector, in every sector this problem that's there. In industrial sector, daily laborers used to come to urban areas. Sometimes they are getting some days they will get work, and remaining days, some other days seasonally. ఇండస్ట్రియల్ సెక్టర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్లో చూస్తే రైనీ సీజన్లో కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వర్క్స్ లేవు. పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఇన్ ది కన్స్ట్రక్షన్, దే వోంట్ గెట్ జాబ్ ఇన్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ సీజన్, రైట్? Like people, they are not able to, they are searching for job. People in service sector also searching for job. People in industry sector also searching for job. They are not getting, they are casual workers, they are daily laborers. Some days ఒక కొన్ని రోజులు వస్తాయి, కొన్ని రోజులు రాదు. అంటే disguised unemployment or underemployment not only seeing in agriculture sector, but also you can see in service sector and industrial sector. So that so they are always moving on the streets and they don't get work. Entire most of the day they work, even if they are getting job, they are getting work, working hours are more. But whatever work they get, they will do according to their skills. The work won't be available. So work is even though the work is the less than is potentiality, less than is skills, but the way how they are engaging, they are working because they are not satisfied with that. They are not satisfied with that. They are working because other opportunity is not there. This scenario is called underemployment. That is there in service sector. That is there in industry sector. That is there in agriculture sector. This is about. Again coming to the page number 36 లో మనకి పై చార్ట్ ఇచ్చాడు. సెక్టరల్ షేర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్. ఇది టేబుల్ అనాలిసిస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఈ సెక్టర్లో ఎక్కువ ఉంది, ఈ సెక్టర్ తక్కువ ఉంది. And 1973-74, 75% of the workers are engaged in agriculture sector. Just only 26% are in the industry and service sector. So the share of the agriculture sector by 2015-16, 47. So close to 50%. Still employment generation is more in agriculture sector. జీడిపి ఇది కూడా ఇచ్చాడు. పేజ్ నెంబర్ 37లో జీడిపి ఇది ఇచ్చాడు. ఆ జీడిపి దాన్ని కూడా మీరు చూసుకోవాలి. Once 73-74 GDP and 2015-16 GDP share of GDP in different sectors. కింద టేబుల్ ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ వీ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ సర్వీస్ సెక్టర్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, even though providing different kinds of people, employment for different kinds of people, but the limited number of services are being employed, are being created, and limited number of people are working. Only educated and highly skilled people are able to get job in service sector. Even there are large number of people are working in service sector, but they are engaged their own personal activities like shopkeepers, repair persons, transport persons. They are not able to get, they are not fully engaged, right? This is a problem. More number of jobs not created in service sector, but they are and not fully engaged, and their activities they are not able to earn money because they don't have alternate opportunities. If they have alternate opportunity, they will go, they will find job, they will get it and everything, but that is not being done. ఇది ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్, డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్, నాన్ ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్. మనం డెఫినేషన్ ఇచ్చుకోవాలి. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్, వాట్ ఈజ్ అన్ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్, డెఫినేషన్ ఇచ్చుకోవాలి. సో ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్ ఇన్ విచ్ certain rules and regulations are being followed, particularly large industrial activities and agricultural activities comes under organized sector. I am talking about organized sector in which we can see rules and regulations, sector in which we can find particular method, a defined pattern of production. I am speaking only organized sector. Later I will speak about unorganized sector. Organized sector nothing but it's an important sector in which rules and regulations are being followed. Defined pattern of production is being followed. Rules and regulations will be, what is that? Particular timings, working hours are limited working hours and leisure time. At the same time, benefits will be more. And at the same time, people who are there in organized sector, and then economy, once again economy divided into two sectors, organized sector and another sector. ఇంతకుముందు మనం economy divided into primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. This time the economy divided into two sectors, organized and unorganized, based on the nature of the work. అది గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. ఆ డిఫరెన్సెస్ చాలాసార్లు అడుగుతూ ఉంటారు. నేమ్ ది సెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎకానమీ అంటే ప్రైమరీ, సెకండరీ, టెరిషరీ రాయాలి. రైటప్పుడు ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ అనేది సపరేట్ అడుగుతాడు. సో ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్, అన్ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్. ఆర్గనైజ్ సెక్టర్ ఫస్ట్ డెఫినేషన్ ఏంటంటే the sector in which defined pattern of production is being followed, which is having some rules and regulations, but limited hours will be, at same time leisure will be more, and at same time here it is security, job security. Here it is cannot employment cannot be can employee cannot be removed, and more what you call this leisure will be, facilities will be, and at same time certain health and insurance, all these things will be there in this sector. And the sector in which we can find complete protection, sector in which we can see what is it, permanent good salary, right, more salary, and this is about um, better benefits will be, better facilities will be, like government teacher, like government employees, all government employees will come under this. But coming to the unorganized sector, sector in which we do not follow defined pattern of production, which is all important definition. If we do not follow defined pattern of production in any sector, such sector is called as unorganized sector. Got it? In which rules and regulations do not be followed. Workers will get more working hours, they have to work more, less payment, paid holidays won't be, health insurance won't be, at the same time facilities won't be, and there are large number of people, problems will be, and they are not able to they are not able to get insurance like anything, something's happened, and owners can remove these workers at any time. సో దీస్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ని చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా రాసుకోవాలి, అది చూసుకోవాలి. అది దెన్ టుమారో రిమైనింగ్ ఏరియా విల్ బి టేకెన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.